Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. Welcome to approximately 1 o'clock, 6:24 Tuesday. This one says 77.3 degrees, 76 degrees, 23.7 degrees Celsius. My batteries are not fully charged. And let's see what the metal wire is. 71 or 72? Oh, there you go. 71 or 72. 73. Well, something like that. So, what am I up to today? I am back on the Speed Defies Gravity bike with the engine swap from your standard Speed Defies Gravity engine to the LiFan 125. And since the last video, I did some cob knobbing here because this didn't quite match up. So you could see, here's the bolt. I have a piece of metal and a bolt going through that piece of metal. I got to do a little better than that. Probably what I should do is put a bolt on the inside and a bolt on the outside, perhaps get a little longer. I just got to make sure the seat is in such a way that I'm not going to like open up my my leg there, you know, cut myself open to the femur artery. I put oil in it and I'm just making sure it's not leaking oil out from under the bottom, which is no good. Tighten the two engine bolts. This guy and that guy are now tight. The exhaust is bolted on. I put the foot pegs on, the kickstarter on this guard, right? This guard bolts, these two bolts. I don't know, could you guys see my finger? Where's my finger? Oh, there we are. This one and that one hold the guard on the bottom. On the front, you could see, give me a second while I climb. This should go there, but you can see the problem. It's not going to work out. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off and kind of plate it with the bolt and washer and just have it hang a little. It's going to basically hang from this, but the plate's going to bolt onto this and then bolt onto the outside of that. The other side is the same thing. You might be upside down for this, but you could see how it's up tight up against there, so it's easier to just once again put a plate on the outside to go from there to there, and same on the other side. I put the shifter on, but the shifter bolt, you know, spun on, but it didn't stop spinning, so I think it stripped, though right now it's hanging onto the shaft properly. I still have to put the chain on. About the wiring, what I did was I took the old wiring off, and there it is with the old motor. It's probably the right thing to do. I was going to try to get the old wiring to work. This wire here goes to the key switch, right? The key switch right here, and there's so that. And this, they only provide one on and off, and it's this. So I have a choice between plugging it into the key switch or plugging it into up here, the button, see it right there, the button here. So one or the other, unless I splice it all together, and then I could do them both. But then I'm also going to have to run some wires because this is not close enough. If you go from thumb to pinky, that I can get it on this. This also, I don't know, let's call this a female. That's a female, and that's a female. So I really need a male, so I'm going to have to cut some wires loose or change one of these two plugs. I'll probably change the upper plug to a male. Then I could plug it into this and we'll be good. Anyway, I went with the original carburetor, but I changed the manifold, the intake manifold. There's the old intake manifold. Turns out that the new intake manifold was a little bit lower, and remember I had the throttle cable really kinked over. Well, it's a little kinked now, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before. So I don't know, could you guys see that? See the way it's a little kinked upside down once again, but it seems to work. So that's on. And there was one more thing that I was fussing about. Oh, the clutch. Obviously I'm going to have to move these wires unless I want to cook them, but the clutch, you could see the adjustment. I don't know, can you see the adjustment? See how the adjustment's all the way to burn off as much of the bare cable as possible, and I tie wrapped it there to kind of hold it in place. Right, you guys could see this tie wrap sticking up, and up on here I also burned off as much of the adjustment as possible. So really, to do this right, I should change the clutch cable. So far, from a fabrication point of view, to do this engine swap, you got this little trivial thing here. I got a little cutting and fab to do on here, right here, and the other side, a couple of little aluminum drop down brackets. But you know what? That's it for fabrication. So 2 minor brackets for fab. The bolts went where they should. The pegs bolted on like they should. I didn't have to weeble wobble the holes bigger. From a wiring point of view, I still have to start it. You guys will witness the first start. And as a matter of fact, I'm just about to that point because I put oil in it, the carbs on, and I plugged the wiring in. About the wiring, this says 12 volts on it, which means typically the yellow wire is output that would run your headlights. You know, I just kind of put greens with greens and blues with blues and black and reds with black and reds. I'm not sure what this does for a living. It's a black and white. I got no black and white, I just got a white, so I could theoretically plug it in there. This black and white here is probably a kill switch, so I don't know, maybe the white is a kill, but that's a male and that's a male, so I'm not sure about that. Yellow, I'm almost positive it's 12 volts. It's probably AC. So anyway, I'm not sure I got the wiring correct. We'd have to start it up to figure that out. We're about 8 minutes on this video, so I think here, why don't I start another one? We'll call it the first start, and then I'll try to put the chain on. I might have to change the sprocket to do that. Then we'll take it for a first ride, and we'll let it go like that. Okay, so just quickly from the beginning, this is a Speed Defies Gravity bike. Remember, there's the tag, and just to prove it, Speed Defies Gravity, see what it says on that tag. Speed Defies Gravity, right? So it's the Speed Defies Gravity bike. I took the 110, 107cc motor off and threw on a 125 LiFan, and it's just a matter of I'm making a series of videos just to show how easy or how hard it is. So far, I mean, like, this bracket is so hard to make, those brackets and cuts are going to be so hard to do. I mean, the clutch cable, though it's annoying, no big deal. I'd really put this conversion, you know, on a scale of 0 to 10, less than a 5. I mean, if these wires work and the thing fires up, it's just a matter of figuring out how to put a kill switch in, and then we're all good, eh? So I'd put it less than a 5. Probably around the 3 or 4 at this point. Let's see if it starts and runs and moves and does all those other fun things it's supposed to before I give a final verdict. It's not all that difficult. Once again, a 1 is like something you do before breakfast. It's that easy that you kind of like get up and walk to the end of the driveway and get the newspaper. It's something that's not difficult to do, but you actually have to stand up and do it, right? So that's a 1. And a 10 is that you need a welder and a milling machine, and you have to talk to your genius friends, and you have to write the company, and you have to dance and sing and you know, do all kinds of wild stuff to make it work. That's a 10. You know, including talk to some of your PhD buddies. So I'm thinking this is about a 3. Anyway, we'll get back to you in a minute and show you a first start. Bye now. Oh, live, love, and have a great time. Feet down, heads up. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Bye now.